No one has talked about restrooms in a video before, which is arguably the most crucial part of an amusement park's facilities. Cedar Point is home to 18 bathrooms in the dry park and hotel. Let's dive in and see which are the park's best bathrooms, ranked by location, cleanliness, and size. Number 18, the arcade restroom. You'll notice a theme. The restrooms near the front are more frequently used, causing a less than desirable experience. While only a fraction of the day is spent in the restroom, it can still ruin your experience at a park. Cedar Point did say they are working on upgrading their restrooms, and this is the one they need to start with. This being right next to multiple shops, food stands, and the huge arcade is always the dirtiest bathroom. Even the employees have taken to social media saying that the facility is a chore to clean. The location is easy to get to, it's just kind of confusing having women's on one side and then the men's on the other. The size of the restrooms is pretty large, it's just the cleanliness of the facility that brings it down. Number 17, outside the park restroom. Just like the latter, this is one of the most unsanitary restrooms due to its location. While it isn't as dirty as the previous one, the location isn't great. Unless you're hopping out of the car and need to go right away, it is more efficient to use the main restroom right next to the entrance. However, this restroom is large and one of the more modern ones. Number 16, comfort station. This is arguably the most used restroom in the park, and it is honestly kind of sad. This is by far the least modern restroom in the park. The location of the restrooms is fantastic, located right in between Maverick and Steel Vengeance. It's the cleanliness of once again taking it down. Even the benches outside the bathroom are wooden and destroyed. The size is smaller than most of the other restrooms as well. I would much rather walk across the tracks or over to Skyhawk to have a sanitary restroom experience than using this less than desirable restroom. Number 15, the main restroom. This is the most used restroom other than the comfort station. Unlike the comfort station, this restroom is much more modern and doesn't look like it will fall apart after any use. Also, the park cleans this one more regularly than the inferior comfort station. The location is excellent, located right next to the park gate, but this is a double-edged sword. Because of the heavy use, the location still gets pretty dirty and crowded, so while this is one of the bigger restrooms, guests should be able to walk a little before use. Number 14, Scrambler restroom. This is the restroom I use the most in the park due to its centralized location. The restroom is located right next to Corkscrew and across from Valraven's Sidewinder. Whenever walking to the back or the front, this is the closest restroom. Similar to the last restroom, the heavy use and great location caused the cleanliness to be lower, but the fantastic location makes this one of the better restrooms to use. Number 13, Gatekeeper restroom. This is another restroom that feels a little less modern. It has a good location near Gatekeeper, but it is tucked away in a corner, causing it to be a little harder to find. Once again, because of this is one of the cleanlier bathrooms. It is also rather large, causing a pleasant experience. However, the proximity of the lake causes an excessive amount of mayflies during the summer. Be careful in this bathroom or at the drinking fountain. You may be the next mayfly landing spot. Number 12, Iron Dragon restroom. This restroom is one of the least used in the park because it's a pretty bad location. It is a clean restroom, but unfortunately not a ton of room. You may have a close encounter in this restroom. The low attendance is because of the location. It is hidden in a corner by the train station without any signs. It's an okay restroom, but pretty far from the midway. 11. Millennium Force restroom. This is one of the more confusing restrooms. The men's restroom is located off of a shop, and the women's is located in a typical building. This can cause some brief confusion. The restroom itself is pretty small with only a few stalls. It is one of the lesser used restrooms. It is right next to Panda Express and Millennium Force. It is in a great location, but because of the lower attendance, it isn't cleaned as regularly. Number 10, Skyhawk restroom. Kicking off the top 10 is a more modern restroom and the better Frontier Town one. Unlike the comfort station, the Skyhawk restroom is rarely used, even though it is easy to get to. It has a great location and decent size. What holds this one back from being one of the best restrooms is the cleanliness, and for some reason, this restroom is the worst smelling one in the park on every visit. If ever in Frontier Town, use this bathroom instead of the dreaded comfort station. Number 9, the Camp Snoopy restroom. This is one of the smallest bathrooms in the park. It is kind of out of way compared to the others in the park, but it is almost always empty and has a cleaner atmosphere compared to the others, considering it is mostly used by kids instead of rowdy teenagers. The location brings it down, but it is one of the better restrooms. Number 8, Raptor restroom. This restroom is also out of the way, but is the cleanest one up front, causing for a better experience. Located right behind Hugo's and underneath Raptor's lift is this restroom. It's a bit hidden in the concrete jungle of the midway, but it's clean. It's a bit smaller. This is the only restroom where I've ever had to wait to use it. Number 7, Magnum restroom. This restroom is one of the busiest, but is always relatively clean. For some reason, the drinking fountains here are always filled with bugs, but it is an easy to find location in between Magnum and Corkscrew and isn't too busy. Number 6, Gemini Restroom. This, in my opinion, is the easiest restroom to find and get into. There are 2 entrances, one on the back and one on the front, and it is one of the busiest sections of the park. Because of this, it is constantly cleaned and has a ton of room. This is one of the bathrooms I use the most. Number 5, Barnyard Restroom. This restroom fits in perfectly. It's just across from the barnyard on Frontier Trail. It has a great location. It's large and never gets too busy. Also, it's in an easy spot and it even fits with the theme of the area. Never thought I would be talking about themed restrooms, but here we are. Number 4, the main hotel bathroom. Located right next to the main lobby is the 3rd quietest bathroom on the peninsula. Because most hotel visitors have rooms, this bathroom is almost always empty. There is plenty of space and it is constantly cleaned by hotel staff. It's hard to get to because of the location, but if in need of a bathroom stop while walking the boardwalk, use this instead of Lake Erie. Number 3, Forbidden Frontier. Location knocks this one down, but because of the smaller attendance, these are family stalls. Located next to the big play area in Forbidden Frontier is this bathroom, which is always clean, roomy, and has a good location right next to the playground. Number 2, Hotel Side Bathroom. Like the previously mentioned hotel bathroom, this is only useful when walking near the lake. This is right next to the side parking lot entrance near the boardwalk. I use this most when taking the shortcut from Magnum to Gatekeeper, and also when exiting the park from the back gate. This is by far the cleanest and quietest restroom, and like the previous one, it's a family stall. And number 1 is the restaurant bathrooms. Across the park, multiple restaurants have restrooms attached. These include but are not limited to Hugo's, Chicky and Pete's, and Melt. These are always extremely clean because most don't even know about their existence. They are also extremely roomy and have a fantastic location near the midways but next to food and are always empty. If in the park, use these restrooms so you don't have a bad rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this unique ranking video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment which restroom you use the most and have a great rest of your day.